Hey YouTubes, another weekly here today. I'm starting off with my new concept, the monthly excerpt. And this month's excerpt is not an excerpt, but it is the Sarabande from Cello Suite number 5. I'm just doing a little part of each excerpt at the beginning of each video. And I'm going to play this every week this month, just for the rest of... It's October, right? The rest of October I'm going to play this. And I just want to see if I improve, and I want to make you guys play it too and see if you guys improve. So this is a really standard bass trombone. It's not an excerpt, it's a solo. It's from a cello suite for cello, but it's commonly played on bass trombone for big orchestral auditions, and small ones too. And that was the first 4 measures. I'm not sure how well I played that. The last low C was a little short, probably not quite in tune. This piece is really difficult because it has it's written for cello, so they don't have to breathe. Lucky cellos. So there's there's places to breathe, but there's not good places to breathe. I don't like it in that respect. I use the Doug Yo edit, where you put in breath marks and stuff, which is basically every 2 bars. And it works. I don't know. We'll see if that gets better next week. Eventually I'll introduce harder things. But this kind of leads into my topic for the week, which is, let's see, what did I call it? Facility over the whole range. So there's a thing called facility where you're just good at playing lots of notes. You know, you can play big ranges and stuff. But I want to bring up a concept of being facile, or being good at your facility over the entire range of your instrument without stopping in the middle somewhere or stopping in several places. I know I had a problem, and I had this for a long time, of having several settings for different ranges. So I would take the mouthpiece off my chops and reset it for low pedals, for low range, for maybe middle range, and then again for really high range. And that's not something you should do, because there's lots of instances where you don't have that choice. You don't get to take the horn away from your face. Just in this, there are several instances. Just in the first 2 measures, you go. You go a major 10th, which is a octave in a major 3rd. And that's not too hard, at least for me. That's a pretty easy flexibility, it's 3 partials difference. But then it gets harder. There's C down to C, which is difficult just because you're almost out of air at the end of a phrase. That's hard. What else is there? There's major 7th. From D to E flat. And then it gets just even way harder. Let's see. I'm going to have to look at my music here. Yes. A little sharp there. So that goes F in the staff to low C to C above the staff. 3 eighth notes in a row. That's, huge difference there. 2 octaves. You have to be able to do that stuff without going ba, ba, taking the mouthpiece off your face and taking a breath in between. You have to be able to slur through these kind of things, or articulate in some cases. One good instance is in New Orleans by Botza. There are a bunch of leaps at the end that are just ridiculously huge. It goes pedal F to A. There we go. Woo! Pedal F to A, pedal A to C sharp, and low D to high F sharp. So that's more than major 10th. That's the next one. Yeah, lots more. That's 2 octaves in a major 3rd. So you have to be able to do, and those are articulated, but they're still 8th notes. So bop bap, bop bap, bop bap. You have to be able to play those right after each other without going bop bap, bop bap, taking these huge breaks in between. And that is hard. I mean, I'm not especially good at it, so you can imagine